gentlemen, welcome to another episode of On 3 Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kazi, aka KB. I have Salvi, aka Teddy, and Naveed sitting. What's your nickname?
I don't got a nickname? Come on.
We're going to have to find you a nickname.
What is his nickname? Holy shit. You're Teddy. I'm KB.
Uh-huh.
What the heck's your nickname?
We're going to find you a cute nickname too.
A cute nickname. Okay, how do we go?
We are not calling him Daddy. We're not doing this again.
Daddy Naveed.
Yeah, Alex Cooper might have something to say about that.
All right, we'll figure out a nickname for you at some point.
Okay. So anyways, this is Naveed. But before that, how was Halloween? How was the weekend?
October just passed by. Just like that.
Did you do anything for Halloween?
No.
First of all, I would like to publicly apologize to my uncle. And I'm telling you, because he spent so much money on his daughter's wedding, bro. Why do South Asian weddings cost this much? I swear to God, he easily 150,000. Easy.
I feel like it's part of the culture, like the amount.
Can you imagine $150,000? He could have put a down payment on a 3-bedroom, 2-washroom at this point.
In which province, though?
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, but $150,000 wedding. Tell me more about that.
Okay. So that entails, first of all, the nikah being done at a golf course, a beautiful golf. I'm telling you, the man balled out, but it was worth it.
For listeners who don't know what it is, what's a nikah?
What's a nikah? I'm losing my train of thought.
Yes.
Here. What's a nikah?
It's a formalized marriage in Islam.
In Islam, yep.
Okay. So yeah.
It's basically the wedding ceremony.
Yeah. So basically there was an imam there to officiate the wedding, where I guess they take their vows or they agree, whatever that may be. That was actually on a golf course. Most beautiful golf course I've ever been at. I mean, to be honest, my cousin has great taste with all this stuff, and it was amazing. That was expensive, though. I think it was like $25,000-$30,000 just for that.
Uh-huh.
And then you got the reception hall and this and that and the other, but they spent a hefty amount. What I'm trying to understand is, why is it so expensive? I mean, are other religions or other like marriages at the same time?
I don't think it's a religion thing.
Okay.
It's just our South Asian culture, bro. But some of these weddings are a lot of fun to go to. That's for sure. If you had fun this weekend.
Oh, I loved it, bro. I danced my heart out.
Yeah.
And South Asian tracks just hit different, that move.
Bollywood or Tamil tracks?
Oh, both. To all the Tamil guys, I know some Tamil songs. Do you want me to sing right now?
No. We'll save that for another episode.
Single and I'm younger. Okay. That being said, what do you guys do on the weekend?
I went to a Halloween party. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And the day before that, I went out on a date with my girl. And,
oh, wow.
And then we went bachata dancing. So that was a lot of fun.
Explain that. What is bachata dancing?
It's a form of Latin dancing where you dance with your partner. It's you have 4 beats, so you take 4. Anyways, I can get into the technicalities, but that was a lot of fun. We had a fun time dancing. We spent some quality time, and then the day after we had a Halloween party. We had fun there too, and dressed up for that one. And now we're here.
Your girls. Why is that fun?
Huh?
Why is that fun?
No,
just entertain me.
No, because I did nothing on the weekend. That's why.
Anyways, enough talking about our weekends and our girls.
Okay, fine.
We got to move into our first topic first.
How was your drive to here?
Do you really want me to complain about how horrendous this drive is? First of all, can we move this to like a place closer to Toronto? Because every time I drive by Mississauga, it's like everyone is leaving the effing country.
You mean like the airport?
Yeah. Literally, Toronto Pearson Airport.
Toronto Pearson.
Yeah. It's like everyone is leaving this fucking city. It's wild.
So look, I'm in the West End too, and where I reside, it feels like people are always coming into the country. So explain that to me.
Are you talking about Brampton? Bro.
Hold up. That joke just went right over my head. Can you explain that a bit?
Which part? The fact that Brampton has too many people? The fact that every day there's some sort of video on Brampton? I'm convinced at this point, if there's something bad that happens, it's not in Brampton. They'll put Brampton just because, it aligns with everything else.
Oh, yeah. It's all about the aura. It's a Brampton aura,
Yeah.
Yo.
Nowadays, if someone crashes a car, it's like you just pulled a Brampton.
7 cars, bro. I saw it on 6 Plus the other day. 7 car accident.
Oh, man.
But
And
bro,
guess where it happened?
hurts most? Me,
Brampton.
the guy. No, me.
Oh, you're-
the guy with the cleaning driving record. That's who.
Why? How much is insurance up there?
Okay, I could disclose that. Yeah, like solid 320 cleaning driving record per
That's
month.
crazy.
Yes.
I remember.
that
I
expensive?
remember when we used to live in Montreal, we would pay like $25 a month for insurance.
What's this government plan that you're on?
That's what I'm saying. Quebec, like for some reason, Toronto is just off the charts. Anyways,
Toronto's off the charts. Yeah, bro, I'm thinking of relocating to, I don't know, man. I really want to get out of here. Maybe Dubai or something. It's too expensive here. That's what it is.
So what you're saying is people are moving out.
Tremendous.
You're hearing
amounts of-
people are moving out.
Tremendous. It's wild how many people are moving out of here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
Wait, didn't you talk? Sorry, I'm so sorry
No,
for
no,
cutting
no,
off.
no. All
But
you. Him, yes.
Weren't you thinking of going to Dubai in the future or something like that?
I definitely think I don't know if I see myself forever living in Toronto, for sure.
I mean, you're in Oakville now.
It's still a part of the GTA.
Ah.
But no, I don't see myself living here because a few of the things that you guys mentioned, it's extremely expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like Toronto was better back in the day. Like when I first moved here, which was in 2011, from then to like 2015, Toronto was such a vibe. You know, Drake was coming up with the 6 and all that. You know, 6 God. Now I don't know. Drake doesn't even mention the 6 anymore, bro. It's depressing.
Yeah, he's like the 90. Oh, shit. That's still the 6. Yeah, 513. All these postal codes. I have to Google them. Houston. Atlanta. But you know what Canada, you know what they actually do? The media, you know what
Okay.
Canada does a really good job of in
What?
terms, they're really good at attracting people to the country.
Yeah,
That so-called American
With the
dream, whatever you want to call it, the
Canadian
North
dream?
the NAFTA dream, you know, North American Free Trade Agreement, whatever it is. They're really good. They're really good at attracting people. Retaining though, that
Yeah, but here's the other part. It's like, dude, it's, you know, back in the day in Bangladesh, I mean, from my side of the town, which is Sylhet, everyone would want to go to London. Now everyone wants to come to Canada. It's like a thing. I want to come to Canada, like aggressively.
It's Trudeau, man. How can you how can you resist that pretty
Yeah,
face?
true.
I mean, what does Sophie have to say?
We talked about it last episode.
That's
Let's
all
not,
news. Yeah, that's all news.
let's not revisit.
Oh
But yeah,
my
let's
God.
talk about that. The concept of this American dream or whatever you want to call it. The
It
North
doesn't
American
exist.
dream.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all these videos of like people like lines for like jobs at food
Yes.
basics and like or like retail jobs
S-
and
Security.
people lining up for Uber deliveries. Like
Tell me how the city's so unsafe when we have this many security guards lined up. I don't understand.
Shout out to all the security guards. But how long do you think it takes them to realize before that so-called dream that they came into this country with, it's not as what they seemed?
I know people that have come,
Yeah.
and within a span of like 6 months to a year, yeah, I'm out, bro. I can't.
And why do you think that is though?
It's again, well, one of the reasons why I think it is because yeah, they're not earning enough, but they're also very sophisticated, high profession people back home, and they can't transfer their credits here. But I mean, what do you think?
yeah, I think it's a lot of that. It's hard. Like I know when my parents came here, they had to go to school to basically get accredited for everything that they needed to do to get a well-paying job here. So, and I think a lot of people don't realize that you might have to put in that work.
Yeah,
And
or maybe putting it in at a later stage in their life.
and I think the one thing, and I think this is a thing in every single country, not just a Canada thing.
Okay.
Your network is very important. Like people you know and people you've kind of come up with who
sure.
can hook you up with whatever opportunity. And if you come here all by yourself, a lot of times you don't know people. And I feel like a lot of times people, especially coming from our side of the world,
For sure.
people don't realize because you're like, okay, I have these qualifications and I can just go there, show my qualifications and show my skills and that's it. But you don't realize how big of a role your network plays into really how you set up for life.
Here's an interesting question, because majority of people back home, if they are like, I mean, by the grace of God, like my family back home has some form of money. So what is very interesting is when you meet other people that come from money and then they have no money here, it becomes difficult. So what I'm trying to get at is, what do you think is more interesting? What do you think is more difficult, when you have no money and then you come across money, or when you have money, lose it all, then you have to rebuild again?
That's an interesting question. I can see, like, if you come from money,
Correct.
adjusting here, you have a really hard time.
Because back home,
if you come from nothing, all you have is just hope and just upward mobility. All you're doing is dreaming. But if you come from, like, you were in a great position back home, and now whatever is back home or somewhere else, it doesn't even have to be back home, like wherever. If you had a lot and now you're in a position where you don't have those things, that's a lot harder to come to terms with.
Thoughts?
No, I wanted to pose this to you. I feel like you could speak on this, Mr. Tech.
Why are y'all just asking me questions, bro?
I don't know. You feel like you got something going on.
Yeah. With that new hair and all that.
Mr. Teddy Tech, what do you feel about this?
Teddy Tech.
Yeah, Teddy Tech. So the state of Texas, specifically Austin, they've been talking about that for, in the tech field in terms of
what, Teddy having technology?
No, just like people migrating there for like within the tech field. Like, how's that been growing down there?
Well, Texas is attractive because, first of all, it's in the States. States obviously has a lot more opportunities, especially in tech, than out here in Canada. And two, Texas, the state tax, that plays a major role. A lot of people go there instead of San Francisco now because Austin, Texas is becoming the new, I guess, tech hub. So a lot of tech companies are popping up in Austin. They don't pay taxes, or the state tax. They don't have any state tax. So people go there. They don't have to pay that tax. I mean, we get taxed here fucking 50%. So
what?
I mean, total.
Yeah, depending on your tax bracket.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense why Freddie left now.
Exactly. Can you imagine being a Raptors player having to come here
because they have to pay.
tax?
Yeah, they pay tax on their Canadian. Yeah. Well,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Which is significantly reduced because when you go to Texas or a state like Texas, you're only paying federal tax. You're not paying state tax.
Wow.
So that's attractive.
Wait, but
obviously.
how the heck did we go there? I was asking about broke to rich, to broke. What do you think? Which one's harder?
I would say the former, just because you've
going from broke to rich is harder than going rich to broke.
No, rich to broke, and back to rich. I feel that's a bit more of a struggle than just going from broke to rich.
Because I feel like you're adjusted to that lifestyle. Like, I mean, anyone that has money back home, they obviously have maids, they have cooks, they have people to clean their stuff. And keep in mind, people from back home, when they come here that are educated, that have that sophistication, they obviously have all that handed to them. To now to clean your own dishes. Like, I went back home, bro, I was cleaning my dishes. People were like, what are you doing? I'm like, cleaning my dishes. What did I do wrong?
So, I mean, there's that. And I think another big factor, which I'm realizing more and more, is just the healthcare system here.
Ooh.
A lot of people don't like the healthcare here. I mean, it's free healthcare, but it comes with a lot of caveats, like the wait times, the level of service you get.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to do a healthcare episode in the future.
For sure.
We're going to talk to a few healthcare professionals. Like, we're in no way fully qualified to talk about it at that level. But from an outsider's perspective, like, you, especially in like North America, I feel like healthcare is
deteriorating,
and especially in Canada, like, to get the most basic care, you got to wait like months. And you can probably speak a bit more into it because you've had your ACL messed up a few times.
Few times?
A few times.
Few is defined as 2 or more. I only have 2 legs.
How many ligaments you tear in those 2 legs?
2 + 2 is 4.
-1, that's 3.
Yeah. But you think this whole migration thing, you think it's simply as simple as, like how grass is green on the other side kind of thing?
Well, I mean, if you go back home, but
who wants to go back?
But a lot of people aren't going back home though. Like, a lot of successful people who become successful in Canada, they're choosing to either move to the States,
Middle East,
or move to the Middle East, or move to like other, like, even Asian countries.
What's a popular Asian country that people are moving to?
Like Singapore, Malaysia.
Yeah.
That's where you really feel your dollar coming into play.
How about Bangkok?
Yes, Thailand.
Would you like to go there?
No, Russell Peters, I apologize. Bangkok. Anyways.
I mean, you've thought about traveling to Bangkok for a while.
Traveling.
Wow. Man, I would never want to go to Bangkok. That place looks scary, bro.
No, we'll make a boys trip happen. Speaking of boys trips.
Well, bro, we did Cancun. Wild.
Yeah.
You guys been to Morocco.
Yes.
Not together, separately.
Yeah,
but yes,
for sure. And then I've also done Alberta.
We've all done Alberta, actually.
Okay.
Also
Yeah.
separately.
Yeah.
That is sad. We've only taken one
One
boys
boys
trip.
trip.
How long have we known each other?
12 years, almost 13 now.
Yeah, but I feel like
Oh,
that
so-
build-up was necessary, you know? A bit of flopping on that, a bit of flopping on that, some
Yeah.
local destinations, some crossing the border destination, and then, you know, finally, international trip.
I think when we went to that boys trip, it was
Yeah.
worth the 12-year wait because we had so much fun. I don't think I slept. I didn't sleep.
None
can
of us
attest to
slept.
that.
Our day started at 12 a.m. We'd be like, oh, it's 12. All right, time to go out.
We would go wild. It's just, I think, you know what Cancun is? Cancun, I feel like, is just an adrenaline rush for as long as you're there. The minute you hop on that flight, it's like reality just sinks
Crashing.
in. Oh my God.
Crashing.
I think that reality kicked in, day 4 for me? Y'all
Oh.
built different.
What happened? What happened to you?
What do you mean what happened? I couldn't sustain it. Day 4, I'm knocked out. 12 a.m. when you quote unquote start your day, I'm knocked out.
Yeah.
the time
do
you-
you imagine? We partied all night, and then I think we went to bed at what, like 6
Oh,
a.m.?
we didn't party, bro. It was a halal. It was a
Oh,
my
okay.
God.
Oh,
God.
right. So what did we do all night?
Yeah, we partied. Go ahead. Yeah.
And then, no, at 6 a.m.,
Uh-huh.
we had to wake up because we had our activities planned. What we were doing?
Cenotes, right?
No, that was the day after. The day before we did, we went to that island. We went snorkeling.
Yes, we did snorkeling.
I forgot what that thing's called, where you're like on the water
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
water.
The
Oh, yeah,
Iron
the
Man
thing-
thing.
Yeah, the thing that makes you feel like Iron Man. There's jets underneath your
Yeah,
feet,
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes,
lifting
yes,
you
yes.
up.
Take it in. We did that in like an hour of sleep.
Holy.
Yeah.
Kazi was Kazi was sleepy, getting waterboarded the whole time. he went like 2 meters in, and he's like, I'm done, I'm coming out.
But
Bro,
your brother, on the other hand,
Yo, Chubby West?
yeah,
Chubby West had some airtime.
yeah.
I don't know how you guys can do. I mean, I think I'm scared of the water because I don't know what's inside the water. Them fishes, bro. Remember when we were snorkeling? The
That
fishes
was
were
beautiful.
disco. I was scared shitless. I
How
swear.
you
to-
silly and scared of fish, bro?
Plot twist. Yeah, Cancun was something else. But how'd you feel about Banff, the province of Alberta?
the province? Honestly, I called Salvi. Bro, how many more mountains can a man see? Like, I get it, mountains, but brother, just how many more? It was exhausting. But I'm like, if you want to, the thing with us doing trips, it's like 3 days, 4 days. That's all I can handle. I can't do more than, like, we got bored at the end of the Cancun thing.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
We want to go home.
Home. Yeah.
Because you can only do so much, you know.
But it was only one thing because we were in one resort and there's no change of scenery. So in one setting for 7 whole days.
nor the food,
What are you
nor the
talking
waiters.
about? We went, senor, cabron.
They got tired of your laugh at us.
I know.
Yeah, I think we figured out the tipping mechanism towards the end of the trip.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I didn't know that
yeah.
was a thing. So
But that's what I'm trying to get at. But bro, we went traveling. Dude, remember? We literally left the resort area. That was scary. Well, not scary, but
we went to a whole ass city in a car in Mexico. Like we
Tulum?
drove the car. Yeah,
Tulum.
Tulum.
That was fun.
are we going to talk about how you...
Huh? What? Oh, are you alluding to the fact that you can't take the Brampton out of the man?
Bro,
What happened?
How you crash a car all the way in Mexico?
All I gotta say is the rental companies down in Mexico, they're very, very generous.
Bro, we were going to start painting the car.
Yeah, one of our friends offered what? A Home Depot in Mexico?
Hey, bro, it is red. Put it on you.
I hope they don't see this episode. But,
But how's Banff for you?
I loved it. It's one of my favorite places on earth. If I could go there every year, every month, I'd do it.
Ditto.
Unlike you, I love seeing mountains. I see 12, I say bring me 12 more. You know?
Mamba mentality.
No, something about being in those mountains, and not just those mountains, bro. Those lakes, Moraine Lake. Did you go to Moraine Lake?
I did. The one beside
Favorite
Fairmont?
place on-
That one?
No, that's Lake Louise.
Ah.
There's another one where you got to take a bus from there, go up. It's called Lake Moraine. The most beautiful place on earth. Like, one of the most beautiful places on earth. Yeah, so Banff is one of my favorite places. Also, you never went hiking, bro. If you go to the mountains, you gotta go on a hike, see a few grizzly bears. You know, like
Yeah.
do that thing.
It's part of the
Yeah.
culture.
Although I still haven't seen a bear. I've been trying. Every time I go down to the west side,
Yeah.
I go there. I'm like, hey, bears, please come to me. You know, I just want to
Only-
see. I
only-
just want to make some brotherhood.
Only a teddy bear
Yeah,
can call
yeah.
out other bears and be like, hey, come see me.
Daddy's gonna go raw.
Oh, man.
No, I've wanted to see bears, but I still haven't caught a glimpse of one, which is very sad. Every time someone goes there, like, yeah, I saw a bear here, I saw a bear on that street, I saw a bear on that hike.
Maybe they're
I'm
scared of
surprised.
you.
I actually saw a couple of black bears, no grizzly.
You saw a black bear?
Yeah, caribous as well. They get up close and personal. A couple of mooses.
But you guys, next time you go down to Banff, you guys should do this, because when I went, we went Calgary, down to Banff, up to that drive from Banff to Jasper.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, I wish I could do that drive all the time.
Yeah, Sea to Sky Highway. That's the highway that you
No, that's not Sea to Sky.
Oh, really? No, it's part of the
That's called
Columbia
it's
Icefields.
Icefields Parkway.
Parkway.
Yeah, that's what the highway is called. But that drive, and then you go up to Jasper.
Okay.
And from Jasper, we went down to kind of from there. We went up a bit north, came
Okay.
back down south to Kamloops, then Vancouver. So that whole drive, yeah,
Bro,
the
you
best
know
road
what's
trips.
weird? My brother just loves being on the road, so we went from Calgary to Banff to Edmonton. Edmonton, bro.
There's nothing in Edmonton.
I didn't
Sorry, our
realize that.
Edmonton listeners.
Yeah, other than the Oilers or are they Oilers? Or Steelers
Yes,
or
the
fucking-
NHLT.
Okay, whoever they are. Yo, but we went to the shopping mall that has a water park inside of it. Massive. The mall's massive, but it's huge. So we did all that, came back. I mean, dude, honestly, I think for the money I spent, which was a good chunk of, I'd say at least 10 grand, I could have gone to Dubai. I could have done. Yeah.
But
How much?
Dubai don't have mountains like that.
I mean, they do. The ones they created.
Man-made ones.
And
Oh,
Anyway.
then Morocco. How was that for you?
Okay.
Ooh, so this one hits different. So it was for a bachelor party. You know, we're all South Asian, and we went during the month of Ramadan. So
Nice.
there was
Wow.
a theme there. You know, try to keep it surface level.
How's the food in Morocco?
So good, bro. Tagine, couscous. What else do we have? There was this other thing. It's called, I forgot what it's called.
So look,
Where they have like meat in a pot and they like pour it.
Oof.
isn't it tagine?
No, tagine's the one where they just have it in a pot and then they raise the pot. But there's one where they like it's wrapped up and they open it and then they pour the meat. I forgot what it's called.
Is it bland or is there any flavoring?
Oh no, bro! It's some of the most flavorful food. It's not okay. They don't have like it's not spicy food.
Okay.
So you're not gonna feel that like like a spice, but it's super flavorful.
This may upset a few people, but you know, I can't have some of the things that are there here. You know, like the fast food chains. So
Okay.
I was just feeding up on KFC.
You went
Pizza
to Morocco
Hut.
to have fast food.
Yo,
Bro, you're
yo,
just-
KFC in the Middle East is something different.
We should just stop traveling.
No, everything comes with 2-liter Pepsi.
How are you gonna go to a country and then
Yes.
have American food?
Because I went to New York and had American food.
But that's in America.
Oh, sorry. Good point. Oh, Teddy. Good Teddy.
So maybe on that last point, how was New York?
New York?
Yeah.
New York is one of the shittiest. And apologize to I hate New York. It's literally, first of all, it's an old city. So there's like obviously a lot of I get that, but dirty. They found a new way. Hold on, man. I got more points. They found a new way to deal with the mentally ill people. You know how they do it? Let them out fucking free. I saw a guy that has the body like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson have a Joker mask on and listening to Britney Spears on
Did
loudspeaker.
you go during Halloween?
No, you just listen to Britney. Oops, I did it again. And at one point, I got comfortable with him. I started dancing with the brother too. Yo. And the funniest part was his pant was low enough where you could see his unshaven pubic hair. It was disgusting.
New York.
New York,
The Yankees.
New York. Anyways, but I will tell you, their cheesecake amazing, their pancakes amazing, but most importantly, their pizza.
New York style pizza.
Oh, bro.
To this day, I still haven't had it.
What?
No. I hear about it all the time. I don't know why I didn't have it when I went to New York.
Yeah. Wait, and by the way, the Wall Street, oh my God, they make it look amazing. Bro, when you go there, it's like, what the F is this?
Oh, that's why Suits was shot in Toronto.
Yeah, man.
That's true.
I'm telling you, our city is 10 times better.
No,
If we all were to agree on a boys' trip somewhere, where would we want to go next?
I think you
Not
already hit
Bangkok.
this. Oh, come on. Why not? What's the other city in Thailand?
Phuket.
Fuck it. No, but seriously, if we wanted to go somewhere, where would we go?
I want to go on a hiking trip, bro. I know you don't like that, but I feel like we could have a really fun.
Bro,
hiking
my
trip.
legs start buckling like 50 times when I went with him and his brother-in-law. I'm good.
And somehow I'm the one with 2 torn
You know,
ACLs.
backcountry camping. You know, maybe we can hit up Iceland, bro.
Ooh,
Iceland is
yeah.
beautiful.
Hot springs.
Oh. Well, but you already went there. How about Switzerland? Let's do the Swiss. The Swiss.
All right, we can hit up Europe.
Don't you hate the Europe? I thought you hated Europe.
I don't hate Europe. I just think it's the same thing in a
On
lot
repeat.
of different places. Yeah,
I see.
but I mean, the good thing about Europe is you go to one country and then you're basically like a few hours away from.
I don't know why I
10
want to go to
different countries.
Germany lately. I've just been craving Germans. I mean, no, not like. No.
Turns a civilization into edible food, just like that.
No. It's just the Das Auto in me. No, man. Yo, the disbelief he had when I said that.
Like, why do you want to go to Germany? The thing is, you treat the 401 like it's the Autobahn. So,
Yeah, dude. I know. I just feel like, you know what it is? I watched this movie and there's so much history in Germany.
yes, that
An amazing amount. I really want to learn.
There's
that.
history all over Europe. Actually, there's history in any country you go to.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
Even like back home.
I also want to go to, I know Germany is probably the worst place to go, but when it's winter here, I want to go to a hot place. I hate the cold now. I'm actually getting tired of it. It's disgustingly cold here.
You can have Brazil. Brazil would be fun.
Ooh.
I went to Colombia as well.
Ah.
It's also a lot of fun. So I think South America in general. I just love South American culture.
For
Latin
sure.
Culture.
Yeah, but when you went to Cuba, how was the food there?
I was told, I heard certain rumors about, quote unquote Cuban food. I went to a resort. It was like borderline not edible, but water was good though. I don't know. I liked Cuba.
Just went and had water.
No, like,
Senor.
like it was the most basic thing. Just like my eggs and my bread. Like, there's just a basic minimum standard for that.
But
And it
I
was
guess
not
it depends
met.
on what resort you go to as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was communicated to us via Google that was a 5-star resort. Mind you, we didn't go to Havana. We went to some other city that I don't recall.
No.
Anyways, that being said,
Speaking
Woj
of traveling on stepbacks.
Ooh.
wow, what a segue.
Yes.
God damn.
Oh, man. Yeah, Woj dropped the bomb yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before at 2 a.m.?
I think
I
the day
texted you-
before at 2 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shams could not get to it on time.
No, he could not. Power Woj.
What does
do you
that
think?
mean?
So Adrian Wojnarowski, that's his name.
Okay.
And
Is he
Shams-
Siliti or?
No. Shams Sharania. He's actually from Pakistan, Shams.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out
Two
to
of the
Islamabad.
biggest
South Asian?
not South, two of the biggest NBA reporters. Like anytime there's breaking news, anytime there's any deals happening, any news.
Does he
tweet-
have like a big nose?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yes. The
He literally looks like Naveed's brother.
the signature Pakistan. sorry.
So so he these are two who always drop big news.
Okay.
And they're always like within seconds of each other. Anytime there's something that happens, one's gonna drop it and the other one's gonna come a few seconds later. There's like a competition between the two, right? Or who's gonna be first. So I think Adrian Wojnarowski, or Woj in short, he's from ESPN. He
Okay.
works for ESPN, and Shams, he works for The Athletic. But yeah, so this time Woj dropped the news at 2 a.m. and whatever, Shams probably went to bed or whatever, he missed it. He was like an hour late and everyone was so
Oh
disappointed.
my
He's like, Shams,
God.
this is so disappointing. How can you do this? How can you let Woj beat you? Like,
Oh my
Take it, we're talking about the communication of the trade and not the trade.
no, I'm just saying that whole business. But this guy, like, I was listening to one of his interviews and he was dedicated. So he used to play ball in high school, and then I think when he went to varsity, he couldn't make the team anymore. So he's like, you know what? I still love the game so much. I'm going to be involved in it. So he started reporting on like these games, and he would like travel every single time to these high school games, varsity games, to report on them just cause. And you can see his dedication in his work. Like this man's on his phone 24/7, And that's the level of dedication it took for him to get to where he is. He is now probably the biggest reporter. Like, he's probably bigger than Woj, because a lot of people know Shams is more from our generation.
Yeah.
The kid's only like 27,
Yeah,
28
26.
years old.
No way. He's
Yeah.
that young?
He's young, but he's been like popping on the NBA.
He also did MMA too, right?
No, he never. He's strictly NBA.
Really?
He does not do any other sports. He's
Are you
strictly
sure?
NBA. All of his network is in the NBA. He does all the reporting on NBA news. But it is inspirational. As I said, he's the same age as us,
Okay.
and he's the biggest reporter on
Wow.
NBA.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Wow.
So in short, there's essentially a segment of the NBA that's basically Gossip Girl, and that's what you need to be on Twitter.
I see.
Yeah.
oh, these guys are posting like 24/7, bro. Like every
Really?
hour, there's something. I just feel like if I was in that profession, I'd go crazy, because your phone's getting pinged 24/7. You're always having to keep up with all the news. You always have to like make sure everyone you know and all these different teams, you're always communicating with them, trying to get the latest scoop, and you can
Well,
never
it's probably
turn off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also at the same time. It's like, imagine when it's like trade season. They probably don't sleep.
No, they don't.
That do not disturb function. That's not there.
Yeah, but think about it. Like Damian Lillard
Okay.
requested a trade during the summer. So did James Harden. And imagine like a regular person during the summer, we're like going here, we're going to cottage, we're going on traveling, this and that. But these guys are probably like waiting, okay, when's the scoop gonna hit that these guys are getting traded? So they're on their phone 24/7. They're not taking a break. I don't even know if these guys taking a summer vacation. They're always on their phone waiting for the latest scoop. And they finally
Then someone just messages them, "Hey, trade's made" or something.
probably.
What do you mean on their phone 24/7? That's
I mean, that's probably how they get
It's
the
just
news,
inside
right?
scoop. Like
Inside
someone
scoop.
knows.
They probably have
that
someone
knows
in the front of offices of these teams telling them, okay, yeah, we're gonna make this trade, or this is what's about to happen. And yeah, I mean, they have those connections with all these teams.
Do they get paid well, those guys?
Oh yeah. These guys get paid millions, because it's a competition at the end of the day. Who can break the news first?
Yeah. So let's Euro step from this James Harden trade to.
We didn't actually even talk about the trade.
Wait, what
I
was
know,
the
but
trade?
this one's like.
Okay.
I think we need to really hit this one.
All right.
And this is not planned, FYI.
Yeah.
Do you know who is the official sponsor of underwear
Prime.
of the NBA?
Oh, Kim Kardashian.
Skims
Skims. Yeah.
is the official sponsor of the National Basketball Association.
Skims.
Skims.
I saw that new thing that came out. Like, she got some like the bra-y thingy that's going on.
Yes, but there's no bras in the NBA.
Okay.
There's underwear.
Uh-huh.
They got a whole male line.
No way.
Yes.
Say word Kanye taught her a thing or two. Eh?
Check Silver Stripes.
I was very surprised to hear that. That's
Wow.
a big move for both the NBA and her. That's
Wow.
unprecedented, in my opinion.
Players are just going to be playing in comfy underwear. I don't know what to say.
I mean, yes.
Wait, what does that take though? She just provides the underwear on the house type of thing, or?
They're probably just sponsoring something.
Oh, okay.
But talking of news, like business of sports news.
Okay.
Guess who got signed to Curry brand?
Who got signed under it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I know this person?
I,
With the limited knowledge that I have.
maybe not.
LeBron. Okay. No.
You think LeBron was signed under Curry, bro?
Oh, bro, he would kill himself before that.
I saw this on the news, but I can't remember.
De'Aaron Fox.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a
How
big
does that
athlete.
work? How
Yeah,
does
they're
your
rivals.
how does your main rivals get signed under your brand?
These guys, I think, obviously respect each other, and but I feel like for them it's more of a friendly rivalry where it's like, yeah, I respect you, but I still want to kill you on the court, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bust your ass in your shoes. You know, I feel like that's kind of where
Ooh.
De'Aaron Fox comes from, but that's pretty cool though. Can you imagine our boy Steph getting his own shoe line and then signing legit athletes on that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just found that interesting. But even more interesting, he actually twisted his ankle the day after. So, I don't know. I don't know.
How reliable those shoes are.
You think De'Aaron Fox has a case there? But another signing that just happened. So Prime, they've been signing athletes left and
Yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
every signing is just more and more prominent. So another person was signed in the NHL, and
What was that?
you know Austin Matthews.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, captain of the Maple Leafs. I think he's the captain of the Maple Leafs. He's like a top 5 player in the NHL. He got
That is
signed by
crazy.
Prime.
Bro, they started off as influencers and now grew Prime to like.
I heard it's not even their brand. It's someone
Right.
else's brand. Someone else
So
signed
they're
them.
the face of the brand. I mean,
Correct.
now I guess you could say it's their brand, but initially, I guess someone else. It was
Yeah.
probably another company that came up with the idea and reached out to KSI and Logan Paul, being like, "Hey, do you guys want to be the face of this brand? You get this much percentage of the company,
Correct.
and you guys just have to market the shit out of it.
So did they buy it out?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they bought it out. I think they own a piece of the company, or a significant piece of the company, not just a piece of the company, and they are basically the faces of it, and they market the shit out of it. Speaking of Prime as well, I was watching another podcast, which was going to be a competitor in the future at some point. Impulsive. He pitched Prime to Mark Cuban.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as like the official drink sponsor for the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
And Mark Cuban's like, yeah, come to the table and we'll talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Shark
So
Tank
there's a
on
chance.
Impulsive.
Yeah, so there's a chance Prime could become the official drink sponsor for the Dallas Mavericks. How crazy is that?
What does I wonder what that entails. I truly do. Like, what does that entail? Does it like, okay, we're gonna provide the water, you gotta pay us money. Do they get paid? How does that whole thing work? That's interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to
I
see
mean,
how
first
they
and
deal with the
foremost,
structure.
your name's on like every broadcasted game.
Every broadcast, all the athletes drink out of your bottle, so your
For
bottle's
sure.
obviously shown on the camera,
At all
so you get
times, yeah.
exposure.
Hey, you'll get to know a bit about that when you join Brody in December. Brody League, their official sponsor. Well, they're sponsored by BioSteel.
BioSteel,
Yeah.
but not anymore though. I don't
Oh.
think they don't have BioSteel on the
Yeah,
games.
because we didn't get it.
Yeah, they used to have it in the beginning, which
Yeah?
is sick. That you would have like a whole ice cooler full of BioSteel that you could just
Wow.
have during the games, but they don't have that anymore.
Maybe reach out to Prime.
I'll talk to the Brody guys about that. We'll try to have them on. I'm manifesting this. I want
For
to talk
sure.
to those guys how they built it. It's,
Yeah.
they grew the league to a
Significantly.
and within also like a very short period of time. That too, they started like at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah,
So
I think we
Very
were probably
impressive.
one of the first teams to sign up.
I wonder if Preeminent Marketing could do a deal with that. That would be cool.
yeah, you could sponsor them.
Yeah.
You could sponsor them.
Or whatever team apparently I'm playing in now.
So we're gonna keep this tradition going. Preeminent marketing every episode. 10 seconds.
Oh yeah,
pitch.
plug all the time, bro.
Yeah.
No, we're plugging it in.
Yeah, just plug.
Hey, if you're a lawyer looking for new files, well, we represent 58 law firms across Canada, and what we do is we bring them new cases. Now, I'm so confident in my ability that I would be able to bring you about 8 new files within 30 days. The way that we do it is by running ads on Google. And again, if you're ever interested, give us a shout. How do they reach out to us? Via this, or you can just...
We will soon have our Instagram. We will soon have our Twitter. We have a YouTube channel already.
Yeah.
IG, TikTok, 5 platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to stick with lawyers or do you want to branch out ever? In terms of marketing.
So right now, what I'm working with is doing more, like the law stuff's going great, and we're probably going to scale into America very soon. But there's a lot of other milestones that I'm working on. Like right now, the acquisition path that we have, I'm definitely pivoting it into more digital methods to find people to come to us. One of them obviously could be this, but then other than that, we're also running Facebook, Google, Instagram ads. And one big thing that I pondered upon, or I've actually signed a deal with, is working with other marketing companies and them outsourcing their work to us. Obviously, the margins aren't as healthy, but you'll get a whole chunk of accounts, which would probably take you maybe a year to accumulate. Yeah. I mean, I actually signed an NDA the other day, so I got to keep everything on the DL. But
Okay.
yeah, we signed did I mention the last podcast? Fudge, I probably did.
Is disclosing an NDA part of the NDA?
Oh, true. Yeah, I can. No, I can.
No, you
say
can
it.
say you
yeah,
signed an
yeah,
NDA,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure,
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure. But yeah, no, I basically am working with this very, 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 and when I say very, they're probably going to be publicly traded in the next couple of years, but marketing firm, and things are going well. I mean, on the next episode, I think I can indulge into a little bit about digital marketing and how to start and scale that firm, and
That'd
then
be cool.
we can also talk about Turo. We did pretty well in that space as well. Yeah.
So it's been kind of all our dreams to be entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
And Kazi's been the only one who's taken that step so far. I managed to just build a landing page.
Whoa.
It took 15 people deep to build one page.
Why does the number increase every day?
Yo,
But
man.
anyways, I digress. We'll talk about those at future episode.
Anyways, oh my God. No, so listen, I'm very proud of the fact that you did take that step. It's extremely difficult and it's scary as hell because you go from a tremendous amount of income to almost nothing
Yeah.
in an instant. And when I started it, I was obviously younger and more risky, but I don't think I would probably have the cojones, or aka the balls, to do it today. But again, just like you mentioned, the skills and all the things that I acquired, I think I could lose everything and start again. And I've built something that's really, really interesting and cool. And I work with like amazing people, some of the smartest people in India, some of the smartest people in Canada, and obviously working with lawyers, you learn a lot as well. So it's pretty cool. Out of curiosity, like, I know you've been like toying around with entrepreneurship. I mean, by the grace of God, I haven't done substantially well, but I'm doing well for myself. But that being said, what ideas have you come up with? Where do you want to really start your entrepreneurship type of journey?
The thing is, I mean, obviously, I knew this, but as you start doing more and more, you realize it even more that ideas really ain't worth anything unless you actually know how to execute on it. Sometimes you can even have bad ideas, and if you execute well enough, if you sell yourself well enough, you're still gonna make money. So I think that's a real hard part, is just being fast, being very quick. As you mentioned, like it took me a month to build a fucking landing page. When especially in tech entrepreneurship, you gotta have you want to have an MVP out by like a most valuable product out at max within a month, and then you iterate, you get user feedback, and you try to get your first customer as soon as possible. And that's the hard part, because you're like, okay, you need the talent to do it, and not only that, and talent, by talent I mean like you need talent to build product, and you need talent to sell the product, and you need talent to like position your product. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I think I think I'm still just learning, and
Fascinating.
It's definitely a lot harder than it seems. So I massively respect a lot of everyone who's gone into entrepreneurship. I definitely feel like it's easier when you're younger.
Yep.
Because obviously you have all the time in the world.
Correct.
Especially if you're coming right out of school.
Yep.
You don't have a full-time job a lot of times, and all you're doing is just 24/7, just grinding on whatever it is you want to build. It gets a lot harder when you're older. You have like mortgage or rent to pay.
Correct.
You have people relying on you, and on top of that, you have a full-time job. So then you got to find time and energy to do it. And a lot of people still do it, and that's the hard part. So yeah, I think learning how to execute, that's definitely the most important part, and that's also the hardest part.
One thing that I guess I've been able to skillfully do over the course of my existence in this space is that it's really about the people that are around you. So a lot of the people that work for me, they're literally my partners instead of them being my employees. Because I know as default, I'll tell you right now, I'm a great salesperson, and I'm thankful for that, but I do not know as much as my employees when it comes to marketing. How to run a Google ad, how to decrease the cost of a lead, and all this other cool stuff. So, I mean, employing talent and looking at it from a global perspective goes a tremendous long way. And I think I've done exceptionally well with that, getting people together on the same vision, move forward. But when it comes to like independently doing it, I don't think I have that skill to build something like that. And I've understood that from a very early stage. I know how to sell. I know how to sell well. I know the metrics involved in selling. But again, not to digress from this, but I wanted to ask you, why have you never toyed with entrepreneurship? I really want to know.
I think he has.
Really?
You've tried to. You've told me multiple times that you want to do something on the side.
Yes.
Or do something
Let's
else.
start on the side. Remember that idea we had like almost a decade ago? It was just a thought at that point. But
Which was it?
It was this concept of remember like how people play ball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just want to play pickup, but you don't know where to go play pickup.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an app that came out after that, right?
Yeah.
It was bought out by Sports Illustrated.
Sports
right?
Illustrated, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
called Catch Corner now.
There you
publicity go. If you guys want to sponsor us in the future, please. But that's the thing. Like that's the thing I keep saying. Like we've had all these great ideas that you give a few years, you see it already being implemented. So our idea was good. We just either didn't have the balls, didn't have the know-how, or didn't have the.
Well, how is Catch
grit.
Corners now?
Honestly, I haven't used it in a long time. I think the last time I used it was pre-COVID.
But was it good as a platform?
I mean, you could book out a few courts, but I think Toronto has so many.
That's another one that did well during COVID when we went and played basketball. What's that
King's
thing?
Court.
Yes.
but King's Court is their own individual facility. And
Yeah.
they're huge now.
Yeah. Well, we tried to do that too.
Yeah. We thought
Remember?
about renting out a warehouse. That's the thing. We thought about all these things. But when it comes to actually
Would you actually
Doing it.
entertain that idea again?
putting a basketball gym,
Not in GTA.
Mm.
Too saturated.
it is pretty saturated.
Yeah.
I just feel like those things, like, yeah, you can probably take it to $1 million, but not the millions. There's a limitation.
It's also so capital intensive.
Yeah.
The reason I like something that tech space is because your
Scalability.
scalability is super high. Your startup costs are almost like if you have the skills to build it yourself, they're almost nothing.
Yep. Sorry, going back to you. You toyed with it and then? Like, why aren't you? I feel like you'll be a great
I
entrepreneur.
feel like this is Naveed's side thing now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Building this podcast.
There you go. I want something that's a side thing that you can kind of focus on, put your energy into, time and effort into, and then you kind of see it grow, and then somehow it just kind of becomes your main thing. But it
Let me-
comes
let
out
me-
of a
let me ask
place
you
out of
this.
passion, though.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
This is our second episode now.
Yes.
Okay.
How has your experience been so far
Oh,
doing this
great.
podcast?
Great. Learning. Getting out of my comfort zone. This man tells me to keep it at level 3. This is level 3 right now. I usually speak like this, but like
Your
now I gotta
voice,
speak
your
like
energy,
this.
yeah?
Yeah.
Gotta
All
bring
these
that energy.
things.
Yeah.
But no, I genuinely want to see how far we can go with this. And to be very honest with you, what I do really want to know, and what's the true answer to this, why did you guys say yes to this? We have busy lives. I mean, I'm busy because of the entrepreneurship thing, but why'd you guys agree? Why did we even start this? What was the...
You first.
I mean, I think for me, I listen to like 20 podcasts in a week, right? And I've always enjoyed podcasts.
People are coke addicts. This guy's a podcast. He a podcast. He's starting podcast.
But I think I've always wanted to do my own podcast. Like as you guys know, I attempted it once before with a sports podcast
Correct.
called the Deep Range Podcast. If anyone still wants to look it up, it's not running right now. But anyway, so I enjoyed it a lot. Just talking about things and putting our voice. I think that's the main thing. Just putting our voice out there. I feel like a lot of times people we're not being heard, and I feel like having this platform, especially if we can grow it, then we can have our ideas be heard.
Yeah.
Whether they're shit or amazing.
Yeah.
And we'll face the consequences for it. But I think it's important to have a platform where you have your ideas heard, you have your opinions heard,
For sure.
and that's why I've always wanted to do a podcast. And let's see where it goes.
You?
It wasn't so much of doing a podcast, but it was the fact of just getting out of my comfort zone. So that was number 1. And then, number 2, something on the side, something extracurricular to something like not my work, you know? I think that was it for me.
I think for me it was more about I don't know why, I just feel like as we get older, we get so busy in our lives that we don't have time for our friends. And I truly value this relationship. So this is
Sold.
Teddy. Bro, we really gotta get you a nickname because I'm tired of complimenting Teddy. They do. But anyways, no, I mean, I really genuinely want to spend more time with my friends. I know that life is just going to get busier. We're going to, you're already married. But to be honest with you, think about it. In the last 3 years, we've actually spent a good chunk of this year actually hanging out. For the last 3 years, I've hardly seen you. I mean,
I didn't live in this city.
For sure. But we've been friends for so long. I genuinely want to keep that relationship. So this is a great way to interact. And secondly, it's also amazing to see if we have, this is like a new whole project. Can we hit 100,000 listeners or viewers or whatever it is?
Yeah. And also, the other thing that I forgot to mention, it's not even just about the views or getting our opinions heard.
Challenge?
Challenge too, but not really. I think what I'm also really excited about, because I know we're planning on having people on this podcast.
Networks.
I'm excited to meet new people.
Yeah.
Talk to really interesting, really highly
For
capable, intelligent, or whatever, great at their craft people.
Correct.
We're going to have, as I told you, I want to have my boxing trainer on here. Again, manifesting this. I'll probably reach out to him at some point.
For sure.
I want to have...
Wait, didn't you say something about he's going to MMA or...
He's going to UFC, yeah.
Which
He
one?
signed a contract, right?
He signed a contract.
He met Dana White?
He met Dana White, yeah.
Say word.
Yeah, I want to have people like that on. I want to
Yeah.
have, as I said, entrepreneurs on, because that's always something that interests all of us. and different kinds of people, like whether it's the politicians, whether it's people who are doing great in their own fields.
It serves two purposes at the same time, but to have that Rolodex of just people that you know, or just, it's so cool. Like one person that I would probably want to speak to is maybe Doug Ford.
Ooh,
That would be cool.
imagine getting him on this.
Absolutely. Why not? Why not? We're residents of Ontario. We have a right to our political party. Maybe a little Dolly Begum here or there. And then obviously I want to speak to people in tech, fellow entrepreneurs, maybe some basketball guys. That would be cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I got you, man. I got you.
Scotty Barnes. We'll get him
Scotty
on there.
Bonds.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the future of where this is going. And even if it doesn't do that, as I said, it gives us an opportunity to hang out and, as Kazi said, spend some quality time with each other and just shoot the shit.
That could have been a good name.
Shoot
Shoot the shit podcast.
Oh.
We can always change it. But anyways,
Oh.
I like all three. I like all three.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, wait. Whew. How did you think of On 3? There's so many. Yeah, I want to know.
I'm not gonna lie. I went on AI generated podcast name generators. All of them just kept Googling them. Oh, this one in San Francisco, this one in Malaysia, this and that. And then I'm just like, yo, we're three of us and, you know, we got to make it dramatic. So what about like On 3, like 3, 2, 1?
Wow.
Kind of clicked. Sent him the idea. He went overboard. Not overboard. I meant he took it to the next level and he created the intro video. Literally, like, you know, when
The day of, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, by the way, before you go, one thing I've been literally thinking of a lot is, and I hope we can kind of amalgamate this video into this video, is there's this kid, and I don't know why it randomly hit me, but this kid, he was doing an interview. It's in the United States, and the small kid, an interviewer comes up to him, and he's the first day at this, it's like CNE. And the reporter's like, oh my God, how was your experience? He's like, oh, apparently, this is my first time on a podcast, and apparently, it was amazing. And cutest kid ever. If you have a brief moment, maybe implement it in, it's fucking jokes. But yeah, shout out to the apparently kid.
So do we want a kid on the podcast or you just want to see the clip of the kid?
I just want to see the clip in the podcast because apparently, I was just talking about this kid. It's cute, bro. It's amazing.
All right. Send me the video. I'll add it in.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into On 3 Podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, KB or Kazi. We got Teddy, a.k.a. Salvi, and the guy without a nickname, Naveed.
What did you think about the ride?
It was great, and apparently I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.